Ladies and gentlemen, and hockey fans of all ages, NHL free agency is 3 days away on July 1st. In Canada, it is Canada Day, but in NHL, it's going to be called Who's Gonna Throw Out the Money? Or something like that. My name is Randy Dillon. Welcome back to another edition of Randy Talks Hockey. I'm going to break down the top free agents on the board, guys like Artemi Panarin, Sergei Bobrovsky, Matt Duchene, and others. Give you my prediction on where they're going to end up. And also, I'm going to talk about a little bit about my main man, Bobby Lou, was my favorite goalie growing up. So I just want to give a little tribute at the end of the video. But let's get into free agency. There's a lot of players available. Where are they going to sign? But again, the focus has been Bobrovsky and Panarin. Where are they going to go? I feel it's down between two teams, the Florida Panthers and the New York Islanders. I know the Rangers are in there as well. The report coming out, the Rangers offered Panarin $11.75 million. They don't have much cap space. They do have some cap space, but don't forget, they got Jacob Trouba. They still need to sign him. Pavel Buchnevich is an RFA. They got to sign him as well. So we'll see where the Rangers go. And also with Bobrovsky and Panarin, I think these two are going to go the same team together. Similar to what happened with the Minnesota Wild and Ryan Suter and Zach Parise, were both players were going to go in the same destination. We know Panarin want to play in a big market. Is being in the island in New York big enough? You're still in that New York area. For Bobrovsky, he's already said he feels like he's worth the money, a little bit over $10 million. I think Florida is a spot for him because, one, they need a goalie. Their goaltending was awful last year. They got a winning coach in Joe Quenneville, and they do have cap space. I think about $23 million or somewhere around that number. So I think both the Breadman and Panarin are going to go there. And also, you have heard that they both have houses in Florida. And Florida, Russian players just like Florida. Just look at Pavel Bure. He played in Florida. Evgeny Daganov there as well. So we'll see what happens with the Breadman and Mr. Bob. All right, Matt Duchene, a coveted center on the free market. Where will he go? There was a report that I heard rumbling he might go back to Ottawa before he got traded. He said, yeah, I'll go back for sure. But those are just rumors. We don't know if those are true or not. Nashville is making a run for Duchene. Because they want to win. They need a center that can help them. The problem is Kyle Turris is still there. 6 years, $6 million left, so that's a hard cap to hit, especially if Turris plays your third line center. Don't be surprised though if the Montreal Canadiens make a run at Duchene. They haven't had a legitimate center since Saku Koivu was the last time, and he was in the Habs. Last time he was a Hab was in 2009. So that would be a big boost for the Montreal Canadiens. You have Drouin, Kotkaniemi. Man, that would just be incredible. But Duchene does want to win at this point. Career is 28. Nashville might be the best spot to get that job done, but we'll see. Jake Gardiner is one of the top defensemen on the market. He is a point producer. He has had close to 50 points. He sometimes can be a defense liability, but I haven't heard much about him. He's been very quiet. So it'll be interesting where Mr. Gardiner lands up. The other defenseman is Tyler Myers. There's been a lot of interest on him. A big defenseman. He can skate well. He throws the boom. So we'll see where he goes. I hear the team I like, the Vancouver Canucks, are in that position to offer him. He's looking for $7 million. Like, what are these players making these days? $7 million. Like Kevin Hayes got $1.15 million for 8 years. Like, I don't know, but that's a conversation of the day. Are players getting paid a little bit too much or not? For Myers, it's either going to be, I think, between he stays in Winnipeg or he's going to go to Vancouver. We'll see what happens there. I think it's going to come down to who's going to offer him more money. An interesting player on the market you think that would be re-signed would be Joe Pavelski. Hasn't signed with the Sharks yet. He does want I've heard he wants 4 years term, according to a video with the NHL Network. Elliot Friedman was there. So the Sharks don't want to give him that term, but also as well, they very struck tight for money, let's say. They got to get Timo Meier signed as he's an RFA. Someone might throw an offer sheet at him if they don't have enough cap space. from what I've heard from Pavelski, if he is going to leave San Jose, Elliot Friedman did say he's going to go to teams close to home in Wisconsin, so Minnesota, Chicago, St. Louis. But he does want to win a championship. It's his best chance in San Jose. I think Chicago and Minnesota are not there. St. Louis just won the cup. We'll see what happens there. All right, Corey Perry is a UFA. It's going to be interesting what the former Hart winner and 50-goal scorer will sign. Nashville, I've heard, is up there. Tampa Bay, but does he really want to go to Tampa Bay? Maybe he'll sign with San Jose. He wants to stay close to home. It'll be interesting. We could say this is Corey Perry's revenge tour or makeup tour or something, as he wants to show he can still play. The Islanders are interesting. They have two UFAs, not top ones, but Andres Lee and Robin Leonard. Robin Leonard won the Bill Matheson Trophy at the NHL Awards the past couple of weeks. Andres Lee put up 20-plus goals a number of times in the career, so he has proven he can be a legitimate goal-scoring threat, but I don't think they're going back to the island because other teams are approaching him. We'll see where he goes. Maybe he'll go back home to Minnesota. They do have quite a bit of cap space to sign a player. Does he go to Nashville? But again, they're going after Duchesne. Do they have enough space? I think for Lee, he might be going home, but we'll see what happens. Robert Leonard, I think that it will either be Columbus or Carolina because both teams need the goalie, especially for the Hurricanes. Mrazek and McElhinney are not coming back, so that's a big hole there. All right, a goalie I want to talk about that on the market that's not named Sergei Bobrovsky, Semyon Varlamov. He has shown over the years he can play 50-plus games. He's only 31, so he can handle quite a bit of work. If you're a team that needs help in that starting role, I think Columbus would be a perfect spot for Varlamov. Matt Zuccarello, there have been reports saying he won't resign in Dallas. The Stars are a little bit tight for money. I heard the Avalanche are there, and I think the Avalanche might be a great spot for him. He's a 60-goal scorer. He could really help that line. You could maybe put that top line with McKinnon and Rantanen. Rantanen, and Landeskog, one of those guys get hurt, can take that spot of the winger. Who knows? And the Avs have cap. They have $38 million. You got other players like Gustav Nyquist, Wayne Simmons, Anton Strowman, Marcus Johansson, all available on the market. Where are these players going to sign? Who knows? But the most of the talks have been about Bobrovsky and Panarin for this free agency period. All right, not much has happened on the RFA. A lot of players got qualifying offers. I think it's going to be whoever shoe drop first, whoever gets paid first or gets signed, or whatever team going to take that risk and offer sheet. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. All right, I want to talk about Roberto Luongo. As I said, he is my favorite player. He was a big reason when I started watching hockey, why I enjoyed the game so much. I got to see him a number of great times career-wise. Third in all-time win the NHL, 489, 11 away from 500. I wish he played that one more season to get to 500, but ultimately he's just a great player. He's won Olympic gold, World Championships, a Jennings, a Mark Messier Award of Leadership. So just incredible. I got it. Like I said, I saw him play a number of times. My time seeing him 9-5-2, 9 wins, 5 losses, 2 shootout losses. And although 9 wins, 6 times he was a star, 4 times the first star. So every time I saw him, he was the man. All right, everyone, that's what I got here so far for free agency and my picks on where the top players are going to end up. Any updates or anything you want to get from me, always check out my Twitter feed at Randy Dillon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for always NHL news. Anyway, free agency is fun. Who's going to get paid the money? We'll see what happens. Anyways, everyone from Canada, I hope you have a great Canada Day long weekend. Everyone else, have a great time. And always remember, watch some hockey.